All right, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fantastic Sunday evening? We just had a nice little open on the FX markets, nothing real major. So, yep, just checking out some assets, seeing if we can't find us a setup for this weekend coming up, or this week coming up, not weekend. We just left the weekend. Get it together, Heath. All right, guys. So I can already see something massive is going down. So let me go try to move something. I shall return. Alright, let's see if that helps it along a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. What's going on? So just taking a look at some stuff. CAD opened up a little tiny bit. Euro USD did the same thing with a nice little open. Coming off of these lows down here. There is a support level that I am watching down here at one spot, 17725. If Euro gets down there, I am looking to possibly take a buy there. That's that Powell support that happened when the FOMC spoke. Not really a support level that he put in. I just name it that because it occurred on the day that he spoke. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? Fantastic. Fantastic. We got Bitcoin coming off a little bit today. Let's go over here and look at it real quick. Ooh. It's been trading sideways at the highs, the high of the day, all day. Since 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, just range bound right at the highs. And then boom, there you go. Lost support. I guess you could have done something like this if you're an intraday scalper, if you're looking to trade these Bitcoin intraday ranges. Something like that. Seeing that was going to hold support. You did get a closure below it. We are looking for this thing to move a little bit lower, unfortunately. So we will see if this is just a shakeout move for another buying opportunity. You did close above the hourly demand zone over here. Not this one. This one you sliced right through it, closed right below it. This one right here, though, might stay intact, and it is also support. So instead of using that little doji as a demand zone, just use it as support, because that's what it is. All right, what's going on over here? All right, looks like I fixed it. Cool, sweet. What's going on? What's up, Will, Marie, Janet? Sell news crew ain't playing around these days. Nah, you sell the news. Buy the hype, sell the news. I don't know what news you're talking about, of course. I don't pay attention to the news. I was playing around a little bit with KuCoin today, and this whole time I've been trading only the assets that are in my watch list, because I'm not too familiar with the platform. I do most of my trading on FX and Thinkorswim for stocks. So KuCoin's new, right? It's kind of new to me, even though I've been using it for a month or two. But I found out today that it has a whole lot more assets you can trade. A whole lot more. So I was playing around with that a little bit today. Yeah, so I took a short on Bitcoin. Not my hodl position, guys. My hodl position is on Coinbase. I just found I had a little bit of Bitcoin on KuCoin that I didn't even know about until today, really. I thought I had it all transferred into Tether, but so I'm using that Bitcoin asset that you can trade with your Bitcoin against your Bitcoin. It's fantastic. Little fun. That position's up 8% right now from this nice move to the downside. The reason that I am looking for short side continuation is simply because of that massive sell-off that we've seen on Tuesday right here. Looking for that to continue, because this is what we were looking for, right? The whole time I was saying, make sure this thing doesn't just get a break above that zone that we wanted to see get above, and then the next day just crash, because that does show that this was simply just a trap. This was only a trap. There's your break above on this day here. This day, another day to give you just a little bit of continuation. But just as soon as that thing closed, it found the sellers, and the sellers arrived in fashion. Also today, we've been watching this Heath level right here at 46,059.94. That's what we were watching to see if it would hold. Looks like the sellers are sticking to that, right? So if I pull this out on the hourly, you can see what that looks like. This is that daily level, just trading sideways right at it all day, and then boom, there's your drop. So naturally, I took profits because I'm just scalping these ranges, and this is support, right? Move the stop down to break even, see what happens. See what happens. Like button liquidated, says Ajit Cosman. Thank you so much, my friend. Please liquidate the like button. Liquidate the like button. Liquidate that beast. All right, let's go look at some other Forex assets because that's what we're here for tonight. Check out the Forex markets. So on the daily, CAD Yen, seen a little bit of a sell-off coming into the end of last week. This was just a relief rally that was quickly sold into. Here is support on the daily right there. So this little wick right up through that daily support was just enough to entice the sellers to come right back into it. Now, if you do get a daily closure above 87,184, then you may be looking for bullish opportunities. But this is clearly below the 50. It's a sell zone, right? Definitely looking for sells down here. Now, if we pull up all the moving averages, you can see that you are below. When I say you, I mean price is below the 21, the 50, and the 100 exponential moving averages. That's on the daily, folks. Here is your 200 exponential average right under you. So I'm assuming that this is what's causing demand down here at 86,620, right? This level down here, I'm assuming that's what's causing the demand to kick in, would be that 200 exponential moving averages. Because if you look at the overall trend on the daily, you are clearly in a downtrend that started up here back in June, right? You had nice bullish price action, and then boom, shakalaka. Been trading sideways since you put in this low down here. Also, something to keep in note, let's get rid of these moving averages as they scrub up the chart real bad, is you did get a closure below daily support, but it ended up being a trap, right? There's your trap. Here's your close below, little bit of continuation. Once you take out the high of your trap candle, yeah, you're looking for longs, but it stalled out. It stalled out right there. So we're gonna keep the trend going. We're looking to short this beast if it pulls up into a level that we can watch. First level that we're gonna watch is 86,767, and then we'll look at 87,184. Those are two daily levels that might be fantastic areas to maybe take a short position. Let's see what's happening on the oil front. Oil's trading sideways the last 3 days. Put in piano keys. Bong, bong, bong. There is your break of daily support right here. There's your trap. So it looks like we may see some bullish continuation. Now, when I said it took out support, it took out this support. This daily candle's close, right? This is going to be the main support for this entire range because that's the last and the lowest bearish close. Well, not the last, the lowest bearish close in this section of price from 67.72 to 69.75. This is your price range. This is your ultimate support. You can see that you did not get a close below that. So oil looks like it's trying to break out to the upside. This market opens in 1 hour. And cheers, by the way, guys. Absolutely. I am drinking. It is Sunday night. My favorite week. This is the favorite day of the week for me. It's the market open. I very seldom ever take trades in FX, so I don't know why it's my favorite time of the week. Heath, are you looking for Bitcoin to hit that Heath level on the 1 hour? Let's go look at the 1 hour Heath level on Bitcoin because I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. This? It's already hit it. Or are you talking about this one down here? It's possible. It's possible. See, the thing is, guys, is the strategy that I'm teaching you actual physical objective levels to watch for possible entries. It doesn't always work. If you do your bar replay on like an hourly, you can watch literally how Bitcoin just tears traders apart, right? Not just Bitcoin, it's all assets. And I was just playing around with it today in this section of price. If you don't mind, if you got time, let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at this stuff here, right, there are plenty of supply levels and demand zones, right? Supply zones, demand zones in here that you could look to take positions for. Now this isn't to, I'm not trying to make anybody crazy or anything here. The strategy still works the same way. I still trade it that way. But I want you to understand just how random the markets can be or are. So what I'm setting up for you right here specifically is up here is your liquidity to the upside at 49,871.49. The reason that's liquidity is because you can see that once this little high was put in, price traded away from it. So anything sitting above here is liquidity that is fair game. And down to the downside, in this section of price, this is the zone. So that's the target, this is the target, for instance. And just watch how this works. Boom, target taken out right there. Now watch this. You now have a new zone of liquidity. That would come all the way over here. Nope, it's there. Well, sorry, moved that. Just bear with me. I promise we'll get back to the charts in a second. So there it is. Boom. Now look what happens. You took that right there. It's done. Was there anything there? No, just stops. That's the only thing down there. There's no Heath level. There's no nothing here. It's just stops, right? There's your take. You took those stops out. Where's the next level? Well, first is going to be this high here, right? We can already see how price is trading. It looks like that's going to be done. And come on, you can do it. You can do it, computer. Maybe it won't do it while I'm live. There it is, right there. Boom, took that one out. Then you come down here, taking all this stuff out. This stuff. Price moves for liquidity, right? Obviously, it does that, and I can keep playing it, but it looks like it's taking a beating on my computer. But it eventually does go up and make new highs, right? It does go up and take that stuff out. So, like, these were support levels that all broke. Once you took out what the market was literally targeting, you got a nice big push to the upside, and then you came up here and smoked these highs. So when I take positions, I'm looking at everything across the board. I'm not just looking for specific levels like this Heath level here. No, I'm not. I'm not looking for that to be hit. What I do is I watch resistance levels and support levels. Let's get rid of these drawings. Once they get broken, I then try to see if there's an opportunity for me to take a trade inside of that level. You can see here how this level did hold as support, but this candle broke it. The only reason I'm looking for a downside setup today was because all the highs are going lower, right? So this can come down and literally turn around and go right back up to take out everything sitting above this swing high. So when that video I did yesterday was talking about the 2-week level, that's going to take time to set up. You can see a green 2-week closure. That candle closes, right? Closes here in just a minute, I think. Let's see, go over here. Yeah, 2 hours, this candle's gonna close. So if you close below that low, then you have an absolute 100% perfect bearish engulfing. You took out the high and the low. That right there qualifies it as such, as an outside weekly range candle. But if you close below, that sets it in stone as an engulfing. Because not only did you take out the high and the low, you also closed below the low. That tells us something. It tells us that sellers are back in the market, that liquidity was pushing up, right? The market was searching for liquidity. Down here, all the sellers were exhausted. This is why Bitcoin ran up. It's not so much like people are buying there. The yearly open is a good spot to buy, but when the sellers are exhausted, meaning there's not as much sellers in the market left and it's just mostly buyers, price will then go up and search for those sellers. Here's a level that it found sellers at, and it is an objective level because this is your close, right? There's your test of it. Traded above it, close below it. Traded above it. You're getting ready to get a close in 2 hours. So this setup can take 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks to set up. Now, if Bitcoin doesn't trade back up into the $49,000 area, actually, I won't be watching this. I will be watching this close, because this is the most recent bullish close. This is the one that matters. That is resistance, 48,802.58. Next 2-week session, if you get a close above that, then this will be nothing more than a buying opportunity, and the bulls are back in play. All right, so just remember, the market's in search of liquidity. This is why you don't try to sell lows and you don't try to buy highs and all this stuff. So that 1 hour level, if you're looking at it in a narrative, like an overall narrative, then it may hold. It still can, right? Because it puts you underneath this wick low and that wick low. So yeah, if price trades down there and stops, doesn't close below it, you might be able to buy it there. Here's Bitcoin from the run down. It's found support, and now it's just trading sideways, chewing up all the orders, all the liquidations, everything that happened. It's gonna take time. It's the same thing that happened over here, right? Exactly the same thing. Made a massive move to the downside. Once you put in all that, you just basically traded sideways, ripping people apart. Here's this swing high. Here's this swing low. Go up, take out this swing high. Go down, take out that swing low. Go up, take out this swing high, trade down, make people think it's going to go higher, lower, trade down, take out this liquidity. You see what I mean? The market's just bouncing back and forth in these areas, taking out old highs and old lows. So, I don't know if that level will hold as support. I do not know. We have to wait and see what happens when it gets there. If it gets down there and you see a nice bullish rejection, then yeah, you might be able to look for some bullish opportunities on it. Just know that you're looking for bullish opportunities on an asset that has clearly shown you that the sellers are here. Here's your daily. There's your RSI. This means all the bullish momentum that you did have is gone. The sellers now have that momentum. So any push back up to the 50 spot, that could be all the way up to here, or 48K, or just over these swing highs. Then sellers may jump back into the market looking for this to continue, right? The market moves in waves. So if this is your first impulse leg to the downside, you're going to see consolidation, a little bit of chewing going on. Then you'll trade up. And then if the sellers are real, if they're here, boom, you'll see another leg to the downside. But I'm not getting too crazy on it. That's why I said I'm not calling a top, because other crypto assets have already totally retraced that entire selling move. Here's Tron, for instance. There is the selling move, taking out all this liquidity. Well, guess what? It turned out to be a buying opportunity. So now you've taken out that high. So now it's in price discovery. It's anybody's guess where it's going to go. It's anybody's guess. There's a Heath level on the daily there. It looks like that is having a hard time getting above it, but the bulls are clearly still in the mix, right? And it's not the only one. Solana, massive bullish move to the upside. Here is your sell-off. Let's get rid of all this stuff. This is from yesterday's video. Here is your sell-off. That's Tuesday. Not only did you go lower, you closed green on the day, meaning the bulls were able to get a green close. You closed up on the day. Now, you didn't close as high as you were, but closing up on the day when you see a brutal sell-off in the crypto market, that's a fantastic thing to do. So some of these assets look like it's a good buy. Not this one. This one's extended to the upside. This one is in exhaustion risk. You risking, by taking long positions here, you're risking a big bearish candle. All right. ETH not looking as good. Here's ETH, traded up into that today, and that's your rejection. And then ADA was another one I was watching. Yeah. You got a nice bounce off this today, but I basically showed other guys what we were looking for. But then it did eventually break out of that 618, went up, stopped a lot of people out, and there's your move back to the downside. So right now, guys, just be careful. The market is in liquidity hunt mode. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to be a little bit difficult trading moving forward. So we'll focus on other things. And if key levels get taken out, then we'll absolutely be looking to take positions upon those. Here's pound yen. Big, strong move. Oh, this is an hourly. Stupid. I was getting ready to say, I thought this thing was sideways. Here we go. What is this? This is Forex.com. I don't like it. Do I have pound yen? It's over on the green list. Let's go get it on Oanda because I don't like gaps. I'm allergic to gaps. I'm allergic. Doctor doesn't want me anywhere around gaps. So here is resistance right there. This is a Heath level, but we have to look up here for a second. Right there is your resistance level. Friday's trade. Big, strong move all the way up. And then where'd you close? Back below resistance. You see how that works? Like, that's as flawless as you can get. There is no better way of drawing support and resistance than the way you learn here on this channel. No better way. This is a strong move, trading higher. Any FOMO traders bought this. They bought it up. Well, this is a breakout. Boom, you took out that high. That's what it was trying to do. That was the whole goal. Take out this high. Where did it close? Back below support. Here's your open today. A little bit of playing going around this level. Since you closed right on the level, the risk is still to the upside. Because even though you traded all the way up here but closed back below, you closed right on it. Right on resistance. So that's an opportunity for some people to buy. Here's your wick on the daily candle. Wicks on daily candles are just pullbacks. So if you picture this intraday, big strong move to the upside, and then you pulled back to old resistance. Let's see if it becomes support. If it does, you should see some bullish price action aiming for this high right there, if the bulls are still in control. On the RSI, on the daily, you are above 50. So you do have bullish momentum. However, it's not good bullish momentum. It's stagnant. You're just above the 50. You're trading at resistance. This thing needs to close either above or below support to give us a pretty good direction on where we're going to be looking for our trades upcoming in this week. So tomorrow, if we close above this resistance level, we will be looking for long positions. If we close below this support level down here, chances are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we will be looking for short positions on pound yen. It's at a crucial area. Anytime you're around the 50, it's crucial for price action because you can be getting ready to get at the start of a new trend, which is a fantastic place to be if you're a trader. Edom Asuko says, honored to be here today. Always been some minutes late. Hey, it's all good, my friend. Glad for you to be here myself. Yes, a lower one. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Marie. Do you think that deliberate price action by traders trying to take people out or just randomness of the market moving back and forth? It's just a randomness of the market moving back and forth. Also, if you're taking big positions like hedge funds and banks and stuff, if they're looking to take a sell, then basically what they'll do is they'll enter new positions each time price trades back into what they think is resistance. So the best way for me to explain that to you is here. Say you're a hedge fund and say you're in control of billions and billions of dollars and you want to put those billions and billions of dollars into pound yen short. Okay? Well, you can't just mark it in. You have to get in there the right way. Price trades up into your price where you want it. Boom, you hit it with your first sell limit, right? Then price trades away from that because you did enter with a big position. But that's it. Price trades back up, enters again with another massive position. Boom, next few days feel it. Market trades down. Then the market trades back up, and then he hits it with another big chunk of boom. There you go. So that's why you get a lot of back and forth. Meanwhile, he's doing this. There might be another guy that has more money that's doing the same thing down here, but buying it because he is looking for a long-term swing, a trend, right? If he's buying at 149, he's only buying at 149 because he thinks it's going to be at 158 or 160 this time next year. And that's a good risk to reward for him. Is his stop going to be here? Nah, it'll probably be all the way down here. He's not trying to double his money. He's just trying to make a percentage gain on it. So that's why the randomness does that. You got markets trading up, take out highs, and then reverse. It's because there's orders setting there. There's sell orders on the upside. There's buy orders to the downside, always. And however aggressive those orders come through will be what dictates the direction of price. Right now, Bitcoin is under and showing a rejection at the 200 DMA. Not a good sign. We shall see. Yeah, it doesn't look good to me either. It doesn't look good to me either. The 2-week thing, I think the 2-week is telling the story. We get a 2-week closure above that resistance level, and then we'll know for sure which way Bitcoin's going. Well, not for sure, but we'll have a higher probable sign of where it's maybe heading next. Which is a fantastic place to be. When you wait for your setups, it's fantastic. Pound NZD, an asset I don't trade much. Did a nice trend the last couple of weeks. So let's see here. It stalled at support, right at daily support. I missed it. There it goes. Here. So you did get a close below it, but you stalled out at it. This isn't a buying opportunity, in my opinion. It's just an area where prices stalled. Couple that with an oversold area, then it's only natural that people are going to take profits down here. So right now you just have to look at this bounce in price, and this kind of weak trading sideways is just big positions taking profits. If it trades back up to this daily ETH level right there, you can look for possible short side entries as long as you're not closing a daily above 1.96410. If you bounce up to there and you reverse, then you can maybe look for short side setups as a swing trade targeting these lows, or take it as a day trade targeting previous day's low. Pound dollar, one of my 2 favorite assets in the whole wide world to trade. It is above the 50, but it is stalling out at resistance. Same thing here. We had a nice little bounce to the upside, but it's still in an overall downtrend, I guess you could say. At least since June, you've been trading lower. Put in some kind of crazy looking pattern here. So let's see what happens. We do have our area situated. This is going to be daily resistance at 1.38692. It absolutely is holding price so far. Your daily support zone is not this. I don't know why that is there. It's an old level. Daily support would be here, right? You're trading well above support, but you are trading into a ETH level. You did get a closure above it, and you even tested resistance. So give this a second to see what happens. If you do trade all the way back down to this 137.861 level, you might be able to look for bullish opportunities, maybe Tuesday-ish. That thing did not do that, did it? Yes, it did. There you go. 137.852. A closure below that supply or demand zone, then you're leaving it alone, because to me this just looks like a selling opportunity. But I'm bearish on the dollar overall. So that's why I'm not getting too bearish on Bitcoin either. My bias on the dollar is more bearish. So if the dollar's going lower, then your risk on assets should catch a bid. New Zealand yen, nice, fantastic move from these lows down here. Puts us right back into a trading range. Here's 4 days of a pullback. Friday, you traded all the way up to that resistance level, 78,622. It's still intact. It has been tested multiple times. Here, as well as here and here, and then Friday, boom. So what I would do is give it a second, right? You do have a support that has been set so far. Let's see if that support holds. That level is 77,937. 937. This is not a massive pullback. We go into an intraday time frame. So basically what I would do in a scenario like this, because for whatever reason, once you did take out support, you tested this old area of resistance. That's all you've done, right? and buyers were there. They were sitting there because you got a nice big strong push. This isn't selling pressure. That's sideways trading. So it does indicate that bulls are sitting there. If you're looking to take a position tonight, which I wouldn't be, but if you are, watch this level here. You're right at the area where you want to look for possible bullish entries. And that'll be the 618. So if you get an hourly close below the 618, leave it alone, because you're probably coming back down to test that support. But if you're not able to close an hourly below that, you might be looking for some potential upside here. Potentially. Not financial advice, as always. Do you think that's... Oh, that's the one I just read. Hey, man, what do you think about SHIB? I think it's been... We were just talking about it earlier. It's garbage. There's no doubt about it. Let's go over here. It's absolute garbage. Here's your trading range. Dude, $10 can buy like 10 million of these things. Well, 5 million. Come on. Like 5 million. That means if you get if it goes up to $1, you become a millionaire. I mean, is it worth just buying some and setting on it? Absolutely. Why not? Right? Risk the whole amount. If you buy $100 worth of this stuff and throw it away, just throw it in the thing and forget about it. If it gets a massive pop in price like Dogecoin did and some other assets, then yeah, you're gonna be rich. It's trading as support at 0.0000000000589. Resistance is up at 903. So this is your range right here. You did get a nice bounce, but in downtrends, pops in price usually gets sold into. There's going to be probably no different here. Pops in prices usually get sold into. So this is going to be the main area of support that I would watch. You've already taken out any liquidity beneath these two highs, or these three lows here, except your blow off there at 441. So maybe if you get down there and reject, then maybe, yeah, buy $100 worth of it. The cheaper, the better. It doesn't look like it's trying to be bullish to me at all. Like, look at this thing, how it opened. That's insane. It moved like 285% the first day that it opened, and then it's been getting sold off ever since. But like any asset, the sellers can get exhausted, and if the sellers are exhausted in this asset, you will see bullish price action. So yeah, watch 589. That is your bearish support level off of that daily right there. All right, that's your lowest close. So price needs to start turning around soon. Otherwise, you're going to look for lower prices on it. All right, here's silver. Silver had a nice pop and then sold right back off again. Why is that? Because in downtrends, pops in price usually gets sold into. And it's no different here. Here's a nice big pop in price. Sellers sold into it. You're seeing continuation. This will open in another hour. But Friday was a pretty bad close, right? Here was support on silver right there, 23.89, 455. There's your close below it. So be looking for bullish price action up into, as a relief rally, 23.94. Possibly looking for short side setups on silver. Right, that's your daily level. So mark it as such, because you will have intraday levels to watch as well. Here's going to be your 4-hour swing here. So you could possibly get a wick all the way up into that. A 4-hour closure above that, then would I take this? Probably not. And I'm going to tell you why. It's already been tested. Like, this was the entry for that here. If it trades back up into it again, yes, it could still hold as resistance a second time. However, price is telling you something, right? If you're at supply, this was a phenomenal setup, by the way. Absolute perfection. You couldn't have got a better entry. right? You just wait. Here's your 4-hour closure. So you're looking for bearish continuation. Let this candle open. Let this candle trade up into your Heath level right there. Hit your sell button. Throw your stop over that swing high. Boom, ping, pow. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So look for profit taking to come in down here, 23.74. You are at or will be just a little bit below 4-hour support. So you could see some profit taking going on. Opens up weak, then you might see a bounce in this. But until you get above this swing high up here, it is just a relief rally. And finally, do we look at Aussie Yen? That's just on this list. I got a whole nother list to go through. Aussie Yen looks exactly like silver. Relief rally, boom, right up into supply. Boom, right back down. Close below 4-hour support. That's old support. New support. Still got that close. Oh, no, this is open. Sorry. Did not get that close on Friday. It is working on it right now. I'm not a fan of trading the Asian Open on the market open because generally it sends a lot of false signals. So this thing may end up reversing from here. Now, if something happened over the weekend and it's risk off, then you won't. This will just continue lower. Next area of possible support is going to be 80, spot 538. This level here, right? So anybody that's looking for shorts, they will be taking profits at 85.33, or I would be anyways. That's what I would be doing. So we should see what happens with that. Gonna give it a second to chillax a little bit. We already looked at CAD Yen and oil, Euro USD. Powell support, already looked at this as well. If price does trade down to there, I will possibly be looking for buying opportunities. Let me stop real quick. Let me see what's going on here. Did we get above this swing high? Oh, yes, we did. So it's only natural that price is going back lower. Just barely. Look at that. But barely counts. It counts. Boom. There's your wick above. And this is Oanda, a trusted exchange. So next area is going to be down here probably. So that's why I'm liking this level here as a possible buying opportunity. Because if you do sell off and you do come down into here, it will get you underneath all of these wick lows here. Fantastic area to look for possible long positions. Now on this thing though, it's in an obvious downtrend, right? Since this swing high was put in, this is your quarter to the downside, straight down. It's the whole quarter. So near term, downtrend. Here it is. Got 18 days left on the quarter, my friends. If this thing don't start moving soon, this is going to look like a possible opportunity to the upside, because the bears have had plenty of chances to get this thing below quarterly support, and they did get it below quarterly support. They just couldn't hold it down there. So 18 days, it's a long time for some, not much for me. So that would be a good spot to look for possible bullish opportunities. One spot, 17725. Do not want to see a 4-hour closure below that level, or I will not be buying it. Right there. Powell support. Euro US or USD CAD. This thing's been trading crazy. I mean, massive moves to the upside, and then it all gets retraced. Trade sideways for a long time, and massive move to the outside gets retraced. Trade sideways, boom, 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 boom. It's like, man, come on already. Chill out, bro. If you ever heard of a trend before, once you try to get one, 4-hour supply there, one spot 274046. Apologies, but this is some bullish momentum here. In downtrends, pops in price usually get sold into, so let's see what happens. Is it in a downtrend even? No, it's not. It's near term in an uptrend to sideways. Here's your RSI. You are above the 50, so probably shouldn't be looking for shorts. Probably shouldn't be looking for shorts. Let's see what we got on this. Yeah, the 200 exponential moving average on the daily is right below you. The only moving average that's above you is a 377 On the daily time frame, you're above the 50. You probably shouldn't be looking for shorts. Probably shouldn't be, right? Looks like it's structured more bullish than bearish, my friends. Someone hitting me up. Oh, okay. Never mind. All good. Pound yen we looked at. Pound CAD. Don't like it. Don't care about it. It trades sideways a lot. But here you go. You've broken out this above this resistance, but I don't think you got above this one here. No, you did not. But it's another one of those assets that trades sideways and choppy a lot, right? Even though it looks bullish. Nice, big, strong, bullish momentum there. I don't know. If you get back down around the one spot 74 area, 74, 96, 75, maybe that area holds as support. Just watch it. Don't take any positions there. Just keep an eye on it. Pound yen was trying to break out of whatever this is called. It's just triangle, right? There's your break above it, but you traded right into, you guessed it, right there. Boom. It was too much for this to handle. So it went right back down and tested support. So far you got a support test on this, but I would be looking for short side sets. It just looks bearish. But here you are, right at the 50 test. So Friday would have been possibly a good spot to look. You're probably going to get stopped out. I mean, if price trades up, it's probably going to trade back up to test that, or at the very least test this daily resistance level here at 110.088. Intraday, let's see what that looks like. Let's see if that gives us a nice spot to look for possible shorts. Well, you got an hourly Heath level up there at 110.143. Hourly resistance at 109.970. I don't know. Let's see what happens on it. I would much rather get it up here than down here, because your next area of possible support is just under you. So like literally that might be a 5 or a 7 pip move. 7 pips. But up here, see what I mean? 28 pips back down to there. So right now it's just not doing anything. NZ CAD feeling the heat on the open, and I can see why. You're right up into resistance, but this is an hourly. Let's see what it looks like on the daily. Dailies are the most important time frame. Adam killing it. Yeah, I'm almost done with this. We'll go look at the crypto assets, seeing how I wasn't able to do a crypto live. NZD CAD, it's just been one-sided for the last 3 weeks. Give it time to chill out, and you're into daily resistance from this level here. So this isn't anything that I want to watch. Let's go look at cryptos. Yeah, baby, we did it. We did it. We got the Forex Weekly out of the way. Yeah. AXS, what's it doing? Having a down day. Solana, having a down day. AVAX, nice big strong day today, but look what's happening. Now you did just take out the all-time high. That's not what you want to see. I mean, it can be a pullback on an intraday time frame. So what I would say is, for this thing to continue moving strong to the upside, you cannot close an hourly candle below. Let's call out 56,148. Don't want to see an hourly closure below that. Also, that would take away your hourly uptrend. Well, bam. Oh, no, it won't. Sorry. See, I thought I was going to look all slick throwing that up there, but nope, didn't work. It kind of does, right? There's no closes below it. Well, that one, it's all right. You get the point. You take out this swing low, you have reversed the trend. But that's just this on the near term. DYDX for, oh, this is a new asset that I found on KuCoin as well. Yesterday I took this long. We traded down into this Heath level here. It just opened not too long ago, a couple days ago, and it's like that on all exchanges, even Binance. So this must be a new asset. But we traded down into that. I took a long position, and this morning when we traded up to this resistance level, I exited my position and I have moved my stop up to break even. It looks like it's trying to come back down and stop me out, but I'll leave it on to see what happens anyway. Tracks, because that's what you wanted to see, right? No, Adam. There's Adam here. 20% on the day. And has had a massive move. You're absolutely right about that. So let's see what it does. Right, this is a pullback on the daily range. Let's pull up the daily chart. It's absolutely having a fantastic day. That is what you good. It's a good looking breakout, man. Is that all-time highs? It appears to be so. Yes, new all-time highs on Atom, Cosmos. That is daily resistance over here. Notice how yesterday it traded right up to it and stalled. Gave you 1 day of a pullback, traded down to this candle's close here. Boom. Traded a little bit lower, so you might have gotten stopped had you just taken it on that. But there's your explosive move to the upside. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have, because it was still making lower lows or lower closes, right? And you had an area right there to watch. Absolutely, this would have been a positive trade. This wick confirmed it as demand. Trade down, boom. Touched it again. See ya. There you go. 20% to the upside. And you're seeing strength on it, even though Bitcoin is seeing weakness now. Did it? No, not yet. It's still a small candle, guys. That could be a shakeout move to the downside. This thing could be trading at 46,400 before you know it. TRX is having a good day too. Let's go out to the daily. Check it out. Nice, big, strong move. It's trading into resistance naturally. But let's see where it closes. You got 2 hours left on the close. If you close above this candle here, you have taken out daily resistance. Near-term daily resistance. Adam killing it. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Right now, yeah, I read that. Sorry, Nick. Adam killing it. ETH 2-week chart looks like a big old bull flag. Yes, it does. And if it closes where it is currently, James Martin, it will close bullish, which is important. KF says, thank you, Master ETH again. Can you please do analysis on XNX USDT? Absolutely. For you, yes. Yes. SNX USDT. Looks like Bitcoin, almost identical. Traded up into daily supply here today, $11.06. That's where your sellers are sitting. Let's go intraday. Intraday, there's an even better spot there. All right. And notice how when you traded up into the supply on the 4-hour, you did close above resistance, but your very next candle opened up and traded right back to the supply, and then poof. Now 4-hour support is here, because this one it's a given, right? There's 2 hours left on the close. It's pretty much a given that you're probably going to close below it. That is, if this isn't a fake out move. So right there is the support level. But it's also demand. But the candle is so small, there's no point in even looking at it like that. Just look at it as support. It already tested this demand zone here. So these are profit-taking areas. That's why you get bounces at them. Because the people that initiated the short, that caused price to head lower, if they're scalping intraday ranges, then they're going to take profits there. I don't know if big firms and hedge funds that do much scalping, though, guys, to be honest with you. That's normally a retail thing. There are some prop firms that do it. Kusama, looking good. Nope, not. That's a 4 hour, sorry. I mean, it is having a bullish day. You're at resistance is the problem with all of these things. Daily resistance, 434, 244 here. Near-term resistance is this swing high right there. That swing high right there. What does AKA mean? KF says also known as. AKA stands for also known as. Let's go look at the ETH 2-week chart. It is bullish right now. So you didn't even touch that 4 hour supply. It's 2 4-hour supplies when this all-time high was put in. That's basically what I was looking at. So this could still just be a pullback. Guys, that's if it closes bullish, chances are you're going to trade back up into that. Not always, right? But it's closing bullish. Your trend is bullish. You're still above the 50 on the RSI. Even on the 2-week, it matters. This strategy is fractal. I don't look at the RSI anything lower than a daily. Like, I don't care about 4 hour, 8 hour, 2 hour RSI, but anything above the daily, that just gives you an idea as to who has the ball, right? Who's got the ball? The bulls have the ball on this asset. So it's up to the bears to prove it. Bitcoin looks completely different than that. And Bitcoin is the tide that lifts all ships. So whatever this does, more than likely, most of the assets will follow it. Not all of them, but most of them. And it's not looking that great. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look anything like this. But it's not looking great. This could simply just be a pullback. You did take out you did get your liquidations that you were looking for. Right there with that wick lower. So it could be a pullback. That's why I'm not overly bearish. I will give the next 2-week session time to do its thing. If I get a closure above this area here, right there, 48,787. That's not right, is it? Yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah, 48,787. Then I'll look for bullish entries. Because the next area is going to be 58K. Right there. Nick LaFon, I'll send you a double whatever you send me, right? Do you trade on KuCoin or KuCoin Pro, which is basically profit taking for the KuCoin app? It's Futures Pro. That's what I trade on with KuCoin, the Futures Pro. I don't play with the margin account or the regular spot accounts. I only play with the futures account. Goldman, would you take a look at BSV? Absolutely. Let's go look at it. I don't know what it is. It looks like it is a crypto and a stock. Vanguard short-term bond ETF. But I'm assuming you're talking about the cryptocurrency. Finex. It's not looking beautiful. Oh man, this thing hasn't even it's not caught back up with the bullish momentum. Once it put off that, essentially the blow off top, it has not even really gained any traction. So it's weaker in respects to a lot of its buddies, right? It's up 86% or was until Tuesday. So I mean, yeah, there is money to be made there. Anything up 86% is that's an opportunity. So it obviously moves. Let's see how big that downside move was, because levered up, yeah, almost 40%, 35%. If you're levered up and you caught that whole trade, you made some money. Made some money. Just be careful. All these things look like they're trying to change the tide a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on it, but doesn't look good for now. It did the same thing, However, what I do like is once it did trade up into that daily supply zone, you did go down and test support, and so far it has held. And this is the support I'm talking about. That's your supply zone there. This is your support. So the bulls had it traded up into there, right? So this is where sellers are getting in, and some scalpers are taking profits there as well. So it's trading sideways, not a big move at all. 4% to the downside. So it's trading sideways. This could take some time, guys. This thing could, all of these 2 weeks, like that's what I'm looking for. I'm waiting on the next 2 weeks, unless Bitcoin starts ripping to the downside. If it starts just taking out support level after support level, then there's no point in waiting on the next 2 week candle. The only reason I'm waiting for that next 2 week candle is for that big down move to get digested, see if the bulls pick it up, see if it becomes a buying opportunity in their eyes. And if it does, and we get a close above, then you're going to see higher prices on Bitcoin. If it fails there, then chances are you might see some more downside. That's just how I'm approaching the market right now. Thanks, Heath. If you go over any more cryptos, could you look at EGLD? Absolutely. I looked at this morning during the members only live stream, but I don't remember it. Let's go look at it. There has to be something else other than Binance calculated by TradingView. Let's look at Binance US. Nice big strong move. Yeah, this is another one like Solana. That's right, because he was asking me what yeah, big strong move, man. If this is going to turn out being a short squeeze, we don't know that it will yet because it's on its first day of actually taking out the swing high, but short squeezes can last for a long time. Short squeezes can look at Solana. Right? Here was the high. That's when the shorts started getting squeezed. Here. So once it put in this, same thing what EGB or EGLD or whatever it is, basically did the same thing. Big strong move, closed, tested, found buyers, and then a short squeeze commenced. So if EGLD is going to do the same thing, then it may give you an opportunity. Absolutely. But you're buying all-time highs. Oh. Are you okay? What thing, the air fryer? So yeah, see if that happens. Watch that demand zone there. That bearish candle. If you're going to get a short squeeze out of it, it should find support there. If you get a close back below this, then this will be nothing more than another opportunity for bears to sell it. But it does look good. The way it looks like it's probably the same as Solana and Luna. Luna, massive move. Friday, boom. And you can see that it hasn't even tested, thank you, baby. It hasn't even tested the midpoint of this breakout candle. So this thing might find support. 35, this isn't a fake out. One day up and then the next day reverses, that's a fake out. When you're chewing orders at a midpoint, it does look like this thing could probably see some more upside. Let's go into the intraday chart and see why it's found support here. It looks like it's trying to break intraday support. Right there's intraday support. Here, 38.98. It's attempting to try to get a close below it now. There's 2 hours left on this candle, so be patient. If it closes back above it, might be an area to look for possible bullish entries. Take off most of your risk at the next area of resistance, 42.78. Up here. Could be a double top. That's what it could be, though, right? But I don't trade double tops. I just trade price. I let price show me what it's doing. It looks like it's bullish. It's very, very bullish. H bar being in price discovery real soon, says Andy. Let's go look at it. H bar, like Heath bar. Is that my crypto? That's what kids used to call me in school. Heath bar crunch. Let's go look at it. H bar USD. You didn't give me anything else other than H bar, so I'm gonna go with the USD on Binance US. Let's get out to the weekly or the monthly just to see. It technically is in price discovery, dude. You took out that high. I mean, that's a nasty wick, but you did take out that high. But you're right, you have not closed above any resistance levels. So you are not quite into that yet. Yeah. So 40 cents, 0.4092. That's your daily resistance level to watch. Daily resistance level to watch. Once you get above that on a closing basis, then you might be able to head there. Wrecked city today, Tom says. That's no good, Tom. You got to change that around, my friend. Can't get wrecked, my bud. Thoughts on Ave? Let's go look at it. Can't be getting wrecked. 1% until you get it. 1%, 1%. No point in getting wrecked out there. These are all old levels, so we will start from scratch. Let's do a fib on this just out of curiosity. Yeah, this thing didn't. It's the 50 caught this one. It did stay up there and play around with it for multiple days, even a couple weeks, but it looks like the sellers were, it looks like they prevail, right? The bulls had every opportunity to make this thing go higher above the 50% retracement of your main decline from the high put in back in May, right? And then there's that yearly open range that Bitcoin put in. You found some bullish price action. Could it be a pullback? Yeah, you've taken out support swings to the downside. This right here is what's holding price currently. But you also got to close below that. So do you get a bounce from here and trade back up into an area of possible resistance? Yeah, it's possible. Absolutely possible. Or did you just do that? Here. Let's get rid of the fibs because they're in the way. Here. Trade it up to it. 350.99. So let's see what happens. Daily support is here now. Or you can leave this as daily support because you did not get it closed below. So this looks like Bitcoin a little bit. Yeah, it's not looking good. Lucid, LCID. Let's look at it. Oh man, this thing's cheap enough to buy a bunch of shares of it and hope for the best, right? This is supposed to be the Tesla competition. They do make a nice looking car, but they got a lot of stuff to scale. Production is where it's going to be difficult. That's what they're going to have to learn how to do. If they're able to scale production and start putting hundreds of thousands of cars out on the road, this thing's going to go higher. You are at a massive swing low, support level here, right? And you didn't even close below that. This was a gap. This is a gap lower, but as soon as the market opened, it traded right back out of that support zone. $17.25 looks like a pretty good spot to buy a few shares if you're going to be looking to hold them for the long term. If you think this company is going to perform, it's going to be able to meet that demand and throw out those electric cars like crazy, beef up their charging network, all that stuff. That's a good buy, $17.25, right? Where you put your stop, that's going to be up to you. Last daily support under $17.25 is this bearish baby right there on the daily, $14.50. So I might even pick up some more if it comes back down there. Or not some more, I don't own any of this. Let me be clear, 100% clear. I don't own any yet, but $18.89 and $17.25 might be pretty good little spots to buy a couple shares. 5 or 6 thousand. No, don't do that. I'm only joking. Just a few, just to see how it goes. But I think they'll be able to perform, man. They got a lot of money backing them up, so I think they should be able to do it. It's going to be up to the guy that's the boss. Just give me one moment there. Sounds like you need to sell some assets to get a new air fryer there, buddy. Danger Kitchen. Yeah, that's my girl. You need to tell her. You hear that, right, baby? Man, leave that air fryer alone. We bought it a long time ago. We've never even used it, so we figured we'd try it out today. Well, she wrecked it. No, it wasn't the air fryer. I'm joking. Something else crashed. Yeah. So I like it. I like it long term. It's a Tesla play, another Tesla play, right? Long term, it might be able to see some stuff, see some things happen. But the stock market is going to be controlled by the Fed as well. If the Fed starts tightening, then a lot of risk assets are going to come off. And if that's the case, then I wouldn't look to buy any new risk assets. Not for a while, not until they realize they can't do that. Excuse me. How about Bitcoin SV? What's Bitcoin SV? I'm not sure. Are you talking about maybe Bitcoin versus silver? No? I don't know what you mean, Bitcoin SV. If you could specify that, Mr. Goldman, I would gladly look at it. Mind taking a look at Hex? Yeah, if TradingView has it, I will look at it. I think they do. I think I've looked at it before. This is it right here on Uniswap. Man, this thing just does not quit. My goodness, guys. That dude, man, he did something good, didn't he? This thing has absolutely been crushing it. Where are you at? 40 cents? Where did it open? My goodness. Less than a penny. That's at 40 cents. That's big, man. I can't say, you know what I mean? This is the daily. You're seeing what looks like exhaustion risk a little bit here. So give it a second to find some intraday support zones. You're kind of at one. I wouldn't be taking a bullish position here because it is starting to show signs of exhaustion. If this becomes full on exhaustion, you can see it drop all the way down to 19 cents. And you don't want to stand in front of that. It's been absolutely ripping for weeks and weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of straight up. Not a pullback in sight. Well, you did get a pullback at 14 cents, roughly 15 cents for a week, 2, boom. So, I mean, someone's buying it. I don't know how this asset works. I do know one guy built it. I don't know if he owns the supply or not. If he does and dumps it, it's going to hit the ground. Just like crypto millionaire guy, right? With money, what's it called? Million coin, million token. He owned all the supply and he dumped it to all of his followers. Fantastic guy that guy is there. But yeah, if this guy does the same thing, you're going to see something similar. But right now, I mean, it's absolutely smoking. It's just smoking. If it's in the midst of a short squeeze, I don't know if you can short this or not. There's nothing to do on it, guys. 40 cents, watch that area on 4-hour closes. As long as you're not closing below that, maybe you can get another squeeze out of it a little bit. But we'll see. It's just absolutely strong. Strong as can be. No, I have not done the DXY. Let's go look at it. Absolutely. Have not looked at it at all. Here we go. DXY. It opens. Is it open? I don't know if it's open yet. I think it opens at 6. Looks like it is. Alright, so let's go back out to the day. Let's not worry about the small things. So this is when the Fed came out and spoke, and then you've seen pretty much a one-sided market back to the downside. Now you did hold this swing low. You didn't even get down to it. You just traded into a demand zone right there. And that has been kind of holding price. But what we're looking for is we're looking to see if this area right here holds price, because that is a supply zone. If price is unable to close the daily above 92.83, then we're going to be looking to long the euro dollar, right? That position that I'm looking for on a long on euro dollar would, what you would see on this is you would see this thing push up above this swing high more than likely. And then if it falls back down, that means that Powell support on euro dollar might hold. Looking for bullish price action to happen. This thing is, it's right at the 50. So, I mean, you have to look at it with more towards the upside than anything. Because no matter what's going on fundamentally, the market does what the market's going to do. Because market participants, they have a good way of sniffing out BS, right? So just follow price. Right now, we're looking for a support or a resistance test. You already got it a few days ago, but this right here doesn't mean anything. Small little support, created a new daily support, and you're basically chopping inside of an intraday range. So this is our daily. This is what we are watching. What we are watching massively. So right now we're going to leave it alone. You have set in a new 4-hour supply zone potentially. So let's see what happens. This is a big strong move Friday to the upside. But you got to get above that before you can say, yeah, it might be going higher to test this swing high up here. Does look like it did put in a formal support at about 92.45, 92.45. So tonight it's probably going to do not much of anything. Tomorrow will be the day to look at it. How could you not know Bitcoin SV? Because I don't trade it, my friend. It's that simple. I don't trade it. If I don't trade it, I don't know it. Right? Don't have a clue what it is. There's no liquidity in it. This is a 4-hour chart. That's a tick. That's a tick. That's a tick. Be very careful. There's your daily. Choppy is... Yeah, man, there's better things to trade than this. It's $82. There's no way I can give you any legit levels on it. Here's a close, so that's going to be resistance, 82.26. Here is your lowest support in this zone of price. So this is your range of price, 82.07 to 82.26. You are currently just a little bit below halfway in the middle of the range. The positions are going to be taken up here for shorts or down here for longs. And if you break that level, then you're going to be looking for pullback, short side entries, looking for continuation to the downside, and same goes for this. If you trade up into this right here, this supply zone, you come back in, you'll want to see if that level holds as resistance, and that'll be the trade. Currently, there's nothing to do right in the middle of it. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, if I don't trade it, I don't know it. It's Bitcoin Cash, but different. He does. That is the problem. Richard Hart owns 75% of it. Yeah, see, that's the thing. If he owns 75% of the float, he can dump it. And he can dump it right over all the unsuspecting traders who think it's just going to continue going higher. It's called a rug pull, absolutely. Yeah, I understand. I know he owns Hex. I just couldn't think of his name. I've had a little bit to drink. I know he owns Hex. Do you realize that crypto is a fraction of trading? Ease up on the lack of knowledge. Every ticker known, man. Yeah. He's fine, man. He's fine. Synaptica's good. Don't worry about him, Thomas. If I don't trade it, I don't know it. And I ain't afraid to admit it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I wouldn't trade this piece of garbage right here for nothing in the world. There's no liquidity in it. I could take one size in this thing and probably move price myself. When you get ticks on a 4-hour time frame, stay far away from it. We'll see what it does. That's your range right there. KuCoin? Alright, because this is probably the wrong one. That's the Vanguard. Maybe that's what it is. What is it? BSV USD or USDT? There it is. BSV dollar. Yeah, I have no idea what it is. That's Bitcoin Cash. That's not even BSV. BSV USDT. Yeah, it is. Bitcoin Cash. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't trade Bitcoin Cash. But it's doing the same thing as Bitcoin. So that can solve the problem right there. Just watch Bitcoin and you'll know what this is doing. It looks pretty close to the same thing. Not exactly, but it's pretty close. It's doing the same thing, man. We're watching Bitcoin right now to see if it gets some. If it holds this support right here, you're going to see price trade up, and that's where you're going to be looking for possible shorting opportunities. If the sell side is going to continue, if this was just a liquidation phase and the bulls are going to buy it back up, pick it up, what you want to see is you want to get above this swing high. If you want to buy it down here, go right on ahead. 155.30, 01 or 301 is where it's trading. This is your support. 152, 724. It did the same exact thing as Bitcoin did and traded up into a daily supply zone. But this is such a small region, such a small zone. If it does trade back up into it, I would not be looking for that level to hold. There is liquidity setting above this wick high here. So I could see the market trading back up into that and then rolling over if it's going to roll over. And it can also just take off from here. There's nothing that says it has to go back up first. But markets trade in waves, right? So here's your first impulse leg to the downside. You're looking for a corrective phase back up. That's where you could possibly see short step right back into it. It's all good, guys. There's no reason. It's all good. Thomas, it's all good, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, it's all good. Can you run over Dixie? We just did, but yeah, I'll go look at it again. Because you are in the Discord. Absolutely. These are the levels that I am watching on the DXY right now. Daily Heath level right there, 92.83. It's a supply zone. You can see you traded up into it and then you rejected. Got a little bit of bearish continuation from the move. So this is a 4-hour level. Right there, 92.658. So let's go into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is your intraday price range on it. We're seeing if we get a 4-hour closure above that. If you do, then you're probably going to go back up and test that supply zone again. And if that is the case, then there's a possibility we're going to see more upside on DXY. If it does reject here or at 92.83, we will be looking for long setups on the Euro USD. You being in the Discord will know when I take a position on it if I do. So yeah, we're seeing if this is just basically a correction from this longer term or this shorter term downtrend, because Dixie on the daily is still in an uptrend, sort of, right? You did dip down below that 50 and you were trading right at it. So basically the next day or two is going to give us a direction, more than likely on Dixie. And it's pretty much the same on the Euro. I did look at Sol, but I didn't do a whole lot of analysis on it because there's really nothing to do. It's been trading sideways for the last 3 days. 4 days. So you're trading at all-time highs. You're up over 1,000% since the lows put in over here in June, right? Up 1,000%. It's a massive move to the upside. Can it continue? Yes, it is a short squeeze. Depending on how big of the position that was setting short on this asset will determine how much further it goes. Couple that with FOMO buying, and yeah, but it's in the process of being up so much, you can see exhaustion risk on it. So we're not really trying to get long on it, right? Also, you have this peak here, and then this massive run, but it did literally nothing to the oscillator. So this could indicate that there is possible exhaustion risk right around the corner. So you want to be very careful if you're taking new longs on it. There is no levels there for me to give you, right? Closest level I could give you would be a 4-hour, and it's this here. You can see how it even was holding price for a second. I don't like demand zones when the candle's that big, when it's that big. But you can clearly see, boom, 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 boom. People are buying it there. They are absolutely buying it there. You just got a run on any longs that took this demand zone. If they put their stop underneath this candle, they just got liquidated. Boom. And see where this closed. You got 1 hour and 27 minutes left on this close. If you close above 173.12, then you might see a little bit of bullish continuation. I would not be looking any higher than 188. That would be where I took profits if I was going to get long on this asset, which I'm not. But if you do, this is not financial advice. Watch this candle's close. This price is important. Not because I said it, because price did. Multiple times. Someone was buying it there. So see what happens on the close. Sorry, man, was late. You're fine, Alex. Come on, man. You know how we are in here. We're chill, bro. We lax. We ain't getting in no rush. We're good to go. Soul discussed earlier, but definitely making moves. Yeah, it's definitely moving. It can definitely hurt you if you're not careful. Yeah, good, awesome. That's when you can apologize. That's fantastic. Love you guys. Thank you. We don't need no snot here. We're good, man. Yeah, if I don't know your ticker, just give me the exact ticker and I'll go dig it out for you. I don't trade every asset. I can't. I'm human. All right, so let's go on. Moving on. What do you mean by ticks? A tick? That's when like literally there's a bid and an ask filled and it causes what's called a tick. And that's it. So there's no market maker setting on any other price. What was that? But it wasn't the right asset either. I was looking at something that was completely wrong. I was looking at this. So here, that's a 4-hour. It's just a tick. It can either be a data, like a messed up data feed, like it's wrong, it didn't actually happen, or here's your bid and ask. See, market makers, they buy on one exchange and they sell to another. That's how they provide the liquidity. So when a tick happens, that means there was an actual fill. A buyer and a seller met up. But in general, if there's no liquidity on it, that means the order books are thin. That means no one is setting at 82.29. See, there's your tick there at 82.30. There's your tick at 82.27. So you got 3 whole cents right there that there's nothing on the order books. No buyers, no sellers. No market maker sitting there. It's dangerous to trade those because if you're in the middle of that with a stop loss, it won't get filled there. It'll generally get filled lower wherever the next tick happens. It's not good to trade stuff like that. I'm almost going to be willing to say that that's probably a mess up. There's one there. There's one there. Like, it's impossible to do technical analysis on this. Price action analysis. You can absolutely throw some moving averages on it and stuff like that to get an overall range or direction and trend, something like that, right? But this thing's absolutely getting sold off every time it bounces up, but we already know that this was the wrong asset. I was just trying to explain what a tick is. It's just it's where a buyer and a seller meets, and that's it. You can actually Google it. It'll explain it a lot better than I can. Thanks, Heath. Man, I keep watching, hoping some of your knowledge will sink into my mostly smooth brain. It will, dude. Just give it time. It's just time. That's all you need. It takes time to hone any skill. It doesn't matter if you're trying to learn how to do nunchucks or try to trade. It's going to take you time to figure it out. A tick is the minimum incremental amount at which you can trade a security. Yeah, that sounds more like it. My definition wasn't very good, but Sunday fun day, absolutely. Heath, what's your thoughts on gold? Yeah, I didn't look at gold. Let's go look at it. How could I miss gold? It's so pretty and yellow. All right, let's spread it out, shall we? All right, so on the daily, the moving averages looks like it's going to be a possible sell. Let's get us up here on the 50. See what's up with that. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a sell, man. I'm not trying to change charts. I'm trying to do something else. Let's see here. All right, so let's get you some levels to work with. Daily levels. There's your old support. It was busted. New support's going to be here. So you're not looking to take any shorts this close to support. 17,779. No, 1779 spot 93. So watch this up here, 1794.64. Any pushes back area may be met with heavy selling. That may be in around the area of which you might want to be looking for short side entries yourself. It's definitely a sell on the daily, right? Definitely on the daily. Your moving averages are above price and yada yada. But remember, markets are 100% random. Just because all the indicators in the world say it's a sell, price can absolutely move up. So this is why we protect ourselves with stop losses. There's a good area to look for possible short side entries. 1796.210, a 4-hour closure above that level, and you're not looking for shorts. You're gonna let it probably run up a little higher, but anywhere around $1,800. If you get a rejection there, I would be targeting this wick low, 1781-ish, 1782. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't look good on the daily. But gold's one of those things, man, that people just buy it because they want it, right? Oh, my internet's getting terrible. Did I lose the stream even? Because even that's going crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up, unfortunately. This thing it's not working out. So, yeah, watch those levels. Those levels. 1796.210. You're watching 4-hour closures around that level. See if it holds. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up. You guys have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions or something that I didn't answer, just drop it down in the comment section below once YouTube posts this video, because it does have to do its thing first. Once it's done, it'll be posted. You can drop your comment in there and I will answer it. And for the rest of you, I will see you Tuesday morning bright and early before the New York Open, and we'll see if we've gotten anything done since then. You guys have a fantastic night. Make sure you trade safe, trade smart, and as always, happy trading, everybody.